Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly. Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage will begin shortly.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Hopefully you're enjoying the snow and hopefully you're not dealing with too much damage or power outages out there this morning. Of course, snow continuing falling heavy in many areas across the state this morning, and we're dealing with 63,000 outages as of last check across Maine. Over half of Oxford County without power this morning. So please be careful out there if you do have to drive today, especially in the winter storm warning area. Be careful and cautious due to, of course, very snow-covered roads and treacherous travel, as well as power lines being down. I'd love to hear if you have any snow totals. Please drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're seeing where you live. It would be great to hear some more totals, especially in the mountains where we've seen very heavy snow. So let's take a look at our current snow totals. Look at that, 24 inches up in Oxford County. Could end up with 30 inches, not out of the question there by the time all is said and done. 20 inches at Sunday River Ski Resort, looking great for the skiers there, especially tomorrow. If you can avoid it, probably not the best to drive up to Sunday River today with all the snow and power outages and tree damage up there, but tomorrow probably will be a whole lot better for that. 19.8 inches in Madrid, 18 inches in Porter, 18 inches in Acton. York County really got hit hard by this storm. Oxford at 15 inches of snow. And if you're curious about Portland, we're at 4 inches or so at the Jetport officially. So if you've been watching these lives all week, remember when I said we are going to be right on the line of that 1 to 3 to 3 to 6, but it could totally go into that 3 to 6 inch range. Well, it turns out we were in the 3 to 6 inch range, and that rain snow line never really pushed all that far inland yesterday. Thank you, Roger. Raining in Friendship, Maine. Yeah, there are some coastal areas, especially in the mid-coast, that are seeing some rain out there this morning. But overall, for the most part, we are still seeing some snow. So let's take a look at our current visibility. This is doing a great job of showing where the moderate to heavy snow is still following moderate to heavy here in Portland and in Lewiston. Augusta seeing some moderate to at times heavy snow and reduced visibility in Wiscasset as well, as we're also seeing some moderate to at times heavy snow there. Let's take a look at our radar. We've got a band of heavy snow coming across central and portions of southern Maine, including here in Portland. Moderate to heavy snow falling here. Heavy snow in Lewiston and in Augusta and up towards the mountains as well. Looks like at least a couple more to as much as 3 or 4 hours more of this band moving through the area. Thank you, Mark. 6 inches in Mechanic Falls right now and still coming down. Would love to see some snow totals for you guys. Not sure, Chantel, about snow totals in Jackson, New Hampshire. All right. So we got that heavy band coming down right now here in the Portland area. As we zoom in a little bit closer, you can see it kind of cuts off in the York County line, and we'll gradually see things ending from west to east across the state through the day today. We have 18 inches in Kingfield and still snowing heavily. Wow, pretty impressive. Roger, great question. Is the storm moving out? It is beginning to. It'll begin to wrap up here over the next few hours. By mid-afternoon, we should see some big improvements. Maybe an inch in Standish near Sebago line. Very interesting. Sebago Lake being so warm, Greg, really cut down totals all along the lake. And I actually was up in the Bridgeton area yesterday, and the crazy change from Bridgeton back down to Portland into the totals was really, really fascinating. So quite an interesting storm. We knew there was going to be some surprises with it. I was most surprised by places like Biddeford getting 7-8 inches of snow out of this storm. That rain snow line just never made it all that far inland. 6 inches in Poland of wet, heavy snow and still snowing. So a good dumping of snow for many of us here. So let's track out the end of this storm here. We'll gradually see things improving over the next 2 to 3 hours or so. We'll see that continuing to pivot off towards the east, that final band of snow. So a couple more hours of heavy snow to go. This evening, things will improve in a big way here. We'll taper down to just a few snow showers out there on this evening. And as we head into the overnight hours, notice northern and eastern Maine keeping that snow falling through much of the rest of the day and into tonight as well. So if you are in eastern Maine, you're going to be seeing the snow continuing through tomorrow. So Richard asking about Calais and interior Washington County, you're going to see the snow continuing all the way through tomorrow, likely a few more inches to fall there. Norma, no power in Kingfield. Catherine, no power in Mexico. Oxford County hit really hard with this storm. Over half the county without power. 63,000 customers across the state of Maine without power. So yes, the heavy wet snow really did a number on the power lines and on bringing branches down from the trees. So thank you guys so much for all of your reports. I really appreciate it. Keep them coming. I'd love to hear, especially if you've got some big totals. It's always great to hear from you. All right, let's continue to look at our storm tracker here. We'll continue to see the storm pulling out as we head into our Sunday. Sunday looking much improved. The winds will die down, and it looks like we will just see a few lingering flurries or snow showers in the mountains. So tomorrow much better. And if you plan on skiing, tomorrow looking like the better day, so you don't have to drive through the heavy snow and the treacherous travel conditions out there today. Confirm, driving up to Bridgeton yesterday, those roads were very slick and snow covered. All right, let's talk about the winds. It is quite blustery and breezy out there, although winds will continue to die down through the day today. So the heavy snow, of course, can't be helped when it comes to power outages, but the winds shouldn't add too much of an effect here. So hopefully we can get some improvements when it comes to power as we head later on through the day. Winds will gust up to 30 miles per hour, gradually tapering off heading into this evening. And tomorrow looks like a overall much calmer day. Of course, the snow will be over by then. For today, doubt we get all the way to the mid 30s, but it's possible. 36 in Portland, 34 in Lewiston, lower and middle 30s out there today. Temperatures basically remaining steady in the low to mid 30s. Catherine, I'm certain we have over 2 feet. That's for sure. Very, very impressive storm here. Yes, Mexico, I'm sure, was hit quite hard with this storm up in the mountains. I've seen some very big totals, many of us over double digits. I remember our contour of 10 to 15 inches. Well, we're up to 24 inches in some spots. So a bit of an overperformer with this storm, even here in the Portland area, where many forecasts had us in just a coating to an inch or two or 1 to 3 inches or so. We ended up with over 4 inches and snow still coming down out there. So a tricky forecast. We knew there were going to be some surprises, and sure enough, there were. So additional snowfall still to come today. Notice in eastern Maine, hold on one second. I do want to grab this and highlight this real quick for you guys. There we go. Apologies for that. All right. In that area where I have circled in yellow in central and eastern Maine, as much as a half foot still to fall there, especially in the mountains. Here in southern and central Maine, as the storm is beginning to wind down now, just another inch or two will be possible through the rest out today. Norma, I should check out Sugarloaf Snow Camp. You know what, Norma? I'm going to Google that right now. I do want to check it out. Sugarloaf Snow Camp. All right. Just very curious. I'm sure it is interesting there right now. Mountain cams. All right. Oh, yeah. Sugarloaf looking great up there, Norma. Thanks for the suggestion. I did just check it out. Looking great for all the skiers. All right. Storm total snow. This, of course, includes what's already fallen. This is not still to come, so don't worry. We're really beginning to wind down now. But storm total, 10 to 15 inches in the Rangeley area, most of Franklin, Oxford, Somerset counties, interior York County and Cumberland County, now in that 10 to 15 inch range. Sanford storm totals right around 6 to 12 inches. Lewiston, 6 to 12. Augusta, 6 to 12 as well. Portland, 3 to 6 inches. We could get a little over 6 inches by the time all is said and done, with lesser amounts along the immediate coastline. So still a little bit of snow to go. Around a foot atmosphere. I think that's what you're saying, Christine. Haven't measured, but Skowhegan around a foot. Thank you so much for that report. But like I mentioned, snow beginning to wind down now. Overall, looking a whole lot calmer out there as we head through the rest of the day today and into tomorrow. So I'm going to pull up our radar one last time before I begin to wrap things up here. Everybody hopefully staying safe out there. Hopefully just get to enjoy the snow today and not have to deal with too many issues out there. As we look, Cumberland, we have about 6 inches. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, inland Cumberland County got quite a bit of snow. Skowhegan around a foot. Thank you, Christine. All right, one last look at satellite and radar. I'm going to, again, pull up our, I'm going to try to draw on here as best as I can. There we go. That very heavy band right there, that's where the heaviest snow is falling. Will continue to fall for the next 2-3 hours or so, wrapping up by this evening. Tomorrow, looking a whole lot calmer, giving us the chance to clean out. And overall, the week ahead, not looking bad. Another potential storm late week, but it's been trending more towards a rainstorm as opposed to a snowstorm. So may not be as impactful as this one that we saw today. So stay safe out there, everybody. Hopefully you get to just enjoy the snow. And unfortunately, if you have no power, hopefully that can get restored as soon as possible. I'm sure the crews are going to be working hard out there today and especially tomorrow once the snow comes to an end. So about a half foot still to go in the mountains, 1 to 2 inches, I would say, for the Portland area, another 2 to 3 or 4 inches possible, Lewiston, Auburn, up towards Augusta. So like I mentioned, stay safe, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Hopefully you can just hunker down, have a nice, cozy afternoon indoors.
This has been Live Interactive Weather Authority.